Moog says hi. Moog says hi. Moog says hi. He's a fat chunky.
One thing we did not do with our male rabbit is neuter him. There was many reasons for that, and the final decision was based on my on and off partner. It was my the final decision was due to my on and off partner. He made the final decision in that. But yeah, the reason that we neutered our girls and not him is for some reason. Well, first of all, I wanted to talk about spaying girl rabbits. For girl rabbits, they are prone more to having issues with their reproductive organs, like cancer and stuff like that, versus the male rabbits. And for some odd reason, male rabbits don't really do well from what I've, like, personal experience and stuff with the neutering. And you would think it'd be, even the females, like, you're chancing it with them too, but you don't want them to get that cancer, you know? And also the behavior, and it's better to, always better to neuter and spay your animal if you're able, especially rabbits. But since our two girls are already spayed, this is a personal decision we made to not get our boy rabbit fixed, because just we've known a lot of rabbits that were boys that also did not do well under the knife, and there really isn't too much knowledge on medical issues with boy rabbits getting neutered. So with that being said, good thing about having your rabbits fixed is their behaviors. For the most part, it makes them easier to be litter trained, and it also helps with their with the bonding process. And so that being said, our boy rabbit, and that's the thing, rabbits, if you do not get them fixed, they do tend to mount, if you know what I mean. I don't want to say too much because of the guidelines on here on the clock app, but or whatever app you're watching this on, is the whole mounting thing can be an issue. Now with our girls, it did help with the bonding process having them both spayed. So with our boy, like, my on and off partner does not want him to be neutered, which I am kind of on the fence about myself. So what we've done is we have to make him more enriched and kind of like tire him out so he doesn't do that as much, because rabbits are going to tend to do that anyways, not as much as a rabbit that would be not, spayed or neutered, right? So because he's not spayed or neutered, we have to, make his life as enriched as possible. We give him plenty of affection, attention, and toys and things to enrich him, and it has helped. So we will keep you updated on that. But also there is a age, they have to be, I think, at a certain age to do that. It's the best time to get them neutered or spayed, and so we have to be very careful about that. Like, if we do choose to neuter him, it can't be past a certain time frame. So yeah, with that being said, though, he's doing pretty good. The girls just adore him, and there really isn't any issues. So yeah, we really lucked out in that department. There was at first, because our girls are very skittish. But they all bonded pretty great. The girls actually took a while to bond. but him being introduced to them and stuff was not as difficult. So yeah, there's that. If you want to know about the bonding process, I did make a video on that. Not a very in-depth one, but just like a basic one, you know. You have to do more research on that yourself, really. I think it's best to anyway for everybody to do, especially if you're going to get more than one rabbit. And I do think that's very important. That's another thing, is to have more than one rabbit. But that's just, you know, something that I've done the research in doing. And I mean, it's everyone's personal preference at the end of the day, but they do well, obviously, with having, you know, having their owners and stuff, but also they do get lonely without not being around their kind. So having that kind of sense of community, rabbits are really big on that. Same with capybaras. They have to they most of the time will not give you a capybara without you getting more than one. And I really feel like that should be insistent upon rabbits as well. But that's just how I feel. Yeah. I do want to give, I can never, ever give enough credit or shout out enough to my partner, my on-off partner. He has gone over and beyond for our rabbits, and I couldn't be more lucky or grateful for him and the bond that he has with them. He's just great with them. He's a natural when it comes to rabbits, even though he doesn't think so. He really, truly is, and he just, it's great seeing him in action with them, like how he cares for them, just learning, you know, and trying to make their life as great as possible. It's really amazing. And the sacrifices, too, that he's made to make their life better and easier and happier. And like, you know, they say, I think it's really important, you know, to see how a person treats animals and, you know, how gentle they are. And that's who they really are in the core of the person. And I truly believe that. And I see that with my on and off partner all the time. And I think it's really important to see, you know, when you get to know someone. A little off topic there, but a little good tidbit nonetheless.
12 miles out tomorrow. She fine, yeah. She fine, yeah. She fine.